Well, a very good evening to you wherever you are. I do hope that you can join me in appreciating this truly beautiful evening, a night that is absolutely ideal for a game of football. The scenes here really are something, a beautiful picture under the floodlights. Traffic and transport around here, not the kindest, but regardless of that, the fans have found a way of getting here. There is a sense of theatre and the decibel levels are rising. Nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Monster matchup.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
The whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy's son really is a manager's dream. A second striker, poacher and a winger, all in one. And don't forget, great off both feet. You just don't get that sort of tactical versatility in players playing up front. Such a rare talent.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Bentancur. Looking ball that. Oh, easy pickings there. Colwell, Palmer, and Caicedo, and it's Chilwell. Joao Felix. That's a throw. Kulusevski. Now Sarr. Bissouma. Now Van de Ven. It's Bentancur. Pedro Porro. Forward it goes. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Pedro Porro. It's Bentancur. Chilwell. Fernandes. Here's Joao Felix. Bentancur has given away a free kick. Bentancur gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
That has been knocked clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Van de Ven, forwards and with intent. Caicedo. Great defending, strong and determined. Van de Ven. Romero. Bissouma. Now Sarr. Van de Ven. Fernandes. Here's Joao Felix. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Palmer. Is there any support? Jackson! And he can clear it away. The referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. top.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Bentancur. Pedro Porro. It's Bentancur. And he's forced to go back. Bissouma. Shifted upfield. James. For Palmer. Kulusevski. And it's Son Heung-min. Sarr. Now Pedro Porro. Hits one! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Now Romero. Son Heung-min. Kulusevski. Now Sarr. Nice physical challenge. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Richarlison. Now that's a fine challenge. Joao Felix, Palmer, and Fernandez. Chilwell, Fernandez, for Chilwell. Chilwell drives forward on the overlap. Clear away. Joao Felix. Fernandez for Palmer, Richarlison, and it's Son Heung-min, Romero.
Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they? He's going for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Pedro Porro. Now Van de Ven. Richarlison is herring after that one. Joao Felix. Fernandez. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Out towards the flank. Nice ball, and he's in here. Out to the right. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Bentancur. And it's played forward. Disasi gets it away. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Palmer. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He's had it taken off him. Pedro Neto. Son Heung-min. Creased it in. Oh, nicely intercepted. Palmer. Aim forwards.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van de Ven. He's played it long. Joao Felix. Chilwell. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Gets to show off his quick feet.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Out to the left it goes. It's crossed into the middle. That's not going to find its target. Back in once more. Doggy. Romero. Fernandez. Pedro Neto.
That's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, it's Son Heung-min. Played into space out wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Basuma. Udogi. And that is out of play. Lovely bit of skill. Son Heung-min with the cross, and he was alert to it.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Son Heung-min clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
Here's the cross. That has been clubbed away. Van de Ven.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Joao Felix. Oh, and he's through the middle. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Chilwell. Oh, that's nice. Into the box. Romero can get it clear. Oh, strongly challenged there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gently done. Interesting ball. Joao Felix. No, he wasn't going to let him past. It is over the line. Joao Felix. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Clear away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Muscular approach does pay off here. Disasi. Joao Felix. Palmer. That is very well defended. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Son Heung-min. Played out to the left flank. He's in plenty of space here. Joao Felix. That's very neat. Defending of the desperate variety. Crossed in. Oh, well played, well played. Bentancur. Richarlison might just make this. Just eases him off the ball. Palmer threads one in. He could be in here. A lot of space ahead of him. And the ball's come loose here. Over to the left. Now Joao Felix. Hit into the middle. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Joao Felix. Well, that is one way to stop him. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. It's hoisted clear. Going to be a throw-in. James. Palmer. And Fernandez. Palmer. And he's had it nicked away. For safety. Romero. Now Sarr. Disasi. Joao Felix. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Moved on forwards. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Richarlison really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Forwards and with intent. Son Heung-min. Proves too strong. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Spread out to the left. And he welcomes it in. So much time and space here. Van de Beek. Kulusevski. there to get it away. Now Pedro Porro. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Yeah, he's felt him there. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto. Oh, sweet feet.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Bissouma. Kulusevski. Now, who's going to be first to this? That has been knocked clear. Can he spark a counter here? Stood up well to him there. Son Heung-min. Now it's Richarlison. Kulusevski. Oh, here's a chance! Split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pedro Neto. James. Two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Jackson really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Kulusevski. And it's played forward. Fernandes. Out to the left it goes. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lovely feet. Oh, it's Son Heung-min. Played it short. Ball swung in. Disasi is there and he can get that clear. Fernandes. They've switched it over to the other side. Great run on the overlap here. Nice control. James takes on his marker. Aimed in towards the centre. He's had a shot! He can get that clear. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Pinged towards the front line. Richarlison. Kulusevski.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pinches it off him. Joao Felix fiddles it through, and that could set him on his way. Jackson! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Yeah, that's great running from the way he manoeuvred himself into such a good position to receive the pass and go through on the goalkeeper then.
Jogging. He's a sharp little ball here. Son Heung-min. It's a decent looking cross. Kulusevski! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Fernandez for Palmer. Head out towards the right wing. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Kulusevski.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
And he's there to clear it. And a play for a throw. Sarr. Passes short and sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Udogi. Sarr. Here's Bissouma. And it's Son Heung-min. Over to the left. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good, decent hit. And it's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way. But it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. Already up and running for the second half. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Caicedo. For Palmer. Caicedo. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Van de Ven. Now Romero. Bissouma. Forward it goes. Oh, that's well spotted. Disasi. Shifted upfield. Palmer. Done delicately. It's a goal kick. Bentancur. Here's Bissouma. Romero. Aim forwards. Son Heung-min wins the duel this time. Massive leap! He will be livid with himself.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
James, and it's played forward. Always onto this, and he's managed to get free. Danger averted for now. And Fernandez, Caicedo. James crosses. Defending of the desperate variety. That's been intercepted. Bentancur. Now Pedro Porro. Now Van de Ven. Bissouma. Now Van de Ven. Now Romero. Udogi. Forwards and with intent. Disasi clears. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Caicedo. And Fernandez. And it's Chilwell. And it's Chilwell. João Felix. João Felix with the cross. Son Heung-min. Now it's Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. It's Bentancur. Son Heung-min. Great hit!
Richarlison really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Richarlison is onto this, and he's found a way past. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Romero. Now Sarr. Udogi. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Puts in a cross. Pedro Neto. Looking for the runner. Caicedo. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Romero cuts it out. Kulusevski. Udogi. Now Sarr. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And he's heaved it away. Good spot, he's seen the run. He's in space and looking for options. Has a goal! Second win style. And again they hit the front. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know, what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Kulusevski. And it's Son Heung-min. Spread out to the left. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Gets a good foot in there. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that's aimed into the middle. Can he finish? Been taken short. Succumbs to the pressure. And now they can spring out of defence. Colwell.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Gently done. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Fernandez. Shot could be on. Kulusevski. And it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Away from immediate danger. Managed to get it away. Bentancur. Now it's Bentancur. And that's a good ball. Chilwell. Moved on forwards. Fernandez. Palmer. And it's Son Heung-min. No, he's not getting his way this time.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
Spot on, Peter.
Son Heung-min. Romero. Richarlison looks to get on the end of this. Pedro Neto. He's found a way That's going to go a long way. Referee's given a throw. James. Pedro Neto. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Now it's Pedro Neto. Palmer. And he's in on goal. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Pedro Neto. Jackson. Now it's Joao Felix. Cleared without complication. Forward it goes. And it's Chilwell. Can he latch on to this? Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. They've played it short. Fernandez. Oh, nice touch. In comes the cross. Clears it away. Strong running down that left flank. In once more. It's a goal kick. Disasi. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Sarr. Shifted upfield. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Oh, it's played into the area. Jackson! Two up and threatening to pull clear. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Romero. Bissouma to Kulusevski. Now that's well seen too. Joao Felix. Pedro Porro. Now it's Bentancur. Played into the middle. Towering header! It's there! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Pedro Neto. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Cross goes in there. Cleared away. Pedro Porro. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Son Heung-min. Colwill. And Dizazi. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Richarlison shapes to shoot! Chilwell. And the counter is on. Now it's Kulusevski. Kulusevski plays it in. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Now the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Disasi. Joao Felix. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Disasi. Palmer. And Dizazi. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Disasi. Palmer. And Dizazi. Forwards and with intent. Well, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Palmer. Oh, the ball's run loose here. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Sarr. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Palmer. Richarlison.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Pedro Neto.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Pedro Porro plays it forward.
Disasi
Gets rid without sophistication. Pedro Porro. All driven towards the far post.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Joao Felix. Stood up well to him there. Romero. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Kulusevski. Tries to get it clear. Defending of the desperate variety. Bentancur. Now it's Son. He's got the shot away! It's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Udogi. Oh, can he get onto this? They'll have one final crack at it. Well, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. The ball's done its job. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bissouma gets his pass away. Clears it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Joao Felix. And it's Chilwell. Chilwell plays it in. Pedro Neto! That has been cleared. Back when it goes. And that's Joao Felix. That's tidy. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chilwell. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. one clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Joao Felix. That's a good run down the left. Looking for options for movement.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Chance to finish. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Son Heung-min, and that has left him in a heap. Son Heung-min proves just a little bit too strong. Kulusevski, just off target. Joao Felix, great defending, strong and determined. Into the last 5 minutes. Palmer. Caicedo. Aim forwards. Romero is there to clear. Sarr. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Richarlison.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Threads one in. Cleared without complication. They're back on the ball again. Sarr. Now it's Richarlison. It's Bentancur. Pedro Porro. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Udogi. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it!
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Chilwell. Now it's Joao Felix. Oh, that's neat. Joao Felix. This could be their final throw of the dice. Up to meet it! Gets good distance on it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Bentancur. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Played forward, well timed, excellent interception. Fernandes. Fernandez. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Shifted upfield. A real chance that we can get through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Cleared away. Palmer. Chilwell. And it's Chilwell. Now it's Joao Felix. Very nicely done. Now here's the delivery. Romero can get it clear. Fernandez. Knocks it out wide. Here's the ball in. And that's been repelled. Throw it. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Romero gets it clear. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. There's obvious upset over that challenge. You can see the players face to face. Let's hope this doesn't escalate. It's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Romero. Now Doggy.